everybody, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Zoom Insider. This is the show where you get exclusive access to your favorite celebrity homes. I'm right now in front of another very amazing and fabulous celebrity. She's a fashion designer, she's a reality TV star, and she's a woman who knows what she wants and has created a space for herself. Of course, आपने fabulous lives of Bollywood lives के बारे में तो सुना ही होगा, and I bet she's one of your favorite people. I'm talking about Seema Khan, and we are right now outside her house, and you get to come with me inside the house. Let's go. Excuse me, everybody. Look what she's welcoming with. This is, please introduce. Seema को सब जानते हैं.
This is my baby girl Gigi. Gigi,
This
come on
is
now.
Gigi.
Yes.
And this is
Walter.
Wally. Hello.
My babies.
Yeah.
My other babies playing outside. These
No,
are my babies. And where's my gypsy?
There it is. There's Gypsy is there somewhere, na?
Ah,
Where is
she's
Gypsy?
gone. I
There
think. Yeah,
is
there
Gypsy.
she's.
There is
Hi, G-Fla. She's there. Yeah.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for calling us to your house.
Thanks for having me on your show and welcome to my home.
Thank you, Seema. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
I feel like as soon as I enter, there is this really nice, welcoming, positive vibe. And I think you are that person.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
We love her. Let's talk about this beautiful house a little more, Seema.
Okay. It's my...
This staircase, starting here. I've always found staircase very romantic. And I love that you've not gone the usual way that you have.
Yeah.
I see what you've done with it. You always have eye for the details. Tell us about it.
Actually, you know what, the space is very small and I didn't want it to look heavy. So I wanted to kind of blend in, you know, so it's kind of not so conspicuous and in your face.
Yeah.
And you know, so because I like to maintain all that, my colors are very neutral. I like to play with colors only with accessories. So if I get bored, I can change them around.
Correct.
You know, I wanted an actually all white house. In Bombay City, it's not a very good idea, but I'm still struggling.
That's true.
And of course, my mother, if hears me talk about this, will kill me because she's been begging me from years to please put a railing. But now my kids are grown and we are all...
They're all
like,
okay.
you know, yeah.
They're all okay.
We're all okay.
They're all okay. We've survived it.
We've survived it for a
But
fair
it's
few years.
beautiful. And I know, like, aesthetically,
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
so
you.
we love it.
Thank
and
you.
then, of course, here's the kitchen.
Yeah, that's
and
my
then
kitchen.
Some beautiful pieces
These
of
are
art.
all my collectibles over the years.
This one.
Yeah, these are Sid Dickens styles. He's an American artist, so I've collected it over years. Thoda thoda karke, you know, whichever city I go and I find 2, 3, 4, I put them together. So that is that. These are, of course, my watercolors, Shakti Burmans. But I'm still learning about art. So I'm like, as I go along, I'm picking up a few things here.
You know, Seema, I don't know. I think it's lovely. Tell me, like, you're a person who will pick up stuff from travels, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I
am. What have you picked up from the travels?
You know, right now, my house, actually, you've come on a day when I'm in between of revamping my living room.
Sure.
But I will, as we go along, show you stuff.
Okay. We are
This is one of them. I have picked this up over several trips.
Love it.
Few karke. I've added and made it a whole bunch.
But it is so beautiful. It makes sense. And also, like, when you pick up things from travel, it's like a memory associated with it, right? Like, every time you look at it.
Totally.
I love that. Okay.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, and of course you understand that that's the upper space, that's the bedroom, that's sacrosanct, no access there. But, no, understandable. This is the kitchen and this is the place that we all love. Let's show them the place.
Yeah, that
is the place जब हम लोग सब खाते हैं. हमारा favorite place है.
This is my dining table. As you can see, काफी बड़ा है for one person.
Yeah.
But when I do entertain, which I've had many a dinner here, and we have sat, like all my close friends, we sat here for quite a while and chatted, and you know, many meals, yummy meals this table has seen.
I love it.
Thank
this is
you.
Fantastic. So tell me, what's like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing in your house like?
So you know, the thing is that because it's just me and my son is in and out, the kids, we have an upstairs, which right now, maybe next time I'll give you preview to that.
Okay.
But we have our, if we're together, then we'll eat downstairs. It's usually, I'm a very healthy eater.
Okay.
So it's eggs for me.
Okay.
And my son, of course, is Nutella. He can't do without his
Johan,
Nutella. His Nutella sandwich every morning like clockwork. But yeah, what do I do?
And what about Nirvan? Is he someone who when you get to eat together?
He's also an egg person. He's also trying to be healthy. And Johan, I balance it. So I give him one boiled egg and then he's allowed the Nutella. As long as he eats one healthy thing and then eats the Nutella, I'm okay with it.
Fair deal.
Or porridge. So it's pretty simple that way. And lunch, of course, the kids are never around. School and, you know, I'm also in and out working. So,
Correct.
you know, I follow practically a very healthy diet. My food comes pre-plated to me. But I have to say that on the weekends, there's no stopping any of us. It's a feast.
I love it. So what happens? Okay, weekend. You said that it's a feast. I want to know what's usually the ones that I'm calling it your cheat meal.
Yeah.
So
Sundays is my cheat day, not my cheat
So
meal.
let's hear what you do on a cheat day.
Cheat day is my whole family, my brother, my sister. We're all foodies. My parents, we're big foodies. The kids get together. My sister's daughter, and all of us order food from different restaurants, and everyone has their own personal favorites, and we dig into each other's food, and there's so much food that you can eat it even the next day, and I mean, we can literally, the neighbors can come and join us and everyone because there's so much food. My personal favorite is, I love coastal food. Trishna is one of my favorite meals. So Sundays usually prawn curry rice, crab with appams, neer dosa, gassi. That's like one of my go-to meals.
Sounds delicious, by the way. But I know you're a wonderful host. From what we've seen in the show or otherwise, I've heard, you know, I know Bhavna and all of them. And like I said, you're one of the most warm, welcoming, positive people in real life too.
Thank you.
So I want to know how do you look at yourself as a host? I think you hosted the girls, your friends, enough times. Otherwise also you hosted parties here. Let's think of a scene. How would it look like at this house?
You know, I'm very particular and I'm a perfectionist.
Okay.
I'm now letting go. That's why I was not keen. Like, a lot of stuff is here still not up to the mark what I would like it to be today of all days. But yeah, I take great pride. I love collecting little things for the home. I am very house proud. And I'm a stickler for, you know, I like everything to look arranged. Like, if they come to my house, like before they can get up, if a cushion is, you know, plop, I prop it up again and I put it back. I like to clean up spaces. I don't like things just lying around.
Correct.
So and you know, I live alone, and it's because I take so much interest. I think also my house is like an open house. It's always been an open house to all my friends.
So sweet.
So yeah, I mean, I love and I enjoy hosting them, and all my friends, we're all foodies. And yeah, a typical night would be a few drinks, enjoy yourself, and then at the end of the night, we all come to the dining table, and that's where actually all the gossip happens.
Ooh, the tea.
We just sit here and everyone spills the tea.
About that a lot more. We love tea. We love tea. Okay.
And then this, of course, is done by my dear friend Gauri Khan.
Of course.
Yeah. So she did this for me in season 2.
Love it.
And she's actually created these paintings herself. She's a really good artist.
I love it.
So I actually went to her house once during the pandemic. You know, I went there and she was painting, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I didn't know. And she had done one for herself, and I just like attacked her. I was like, "Gauri, I want." So she did this for me. I mean, she'd kill me if she sees how this is arranged because it comes with 3 plants down and all of that. But Gauri, I'm sorry, but you know, still, nevertheless, it still looks amazing.
Fab.
So it's a touch of my friend in my home, which I absolutely love.
I love that. It's Gauri Khan into Sima.
She's done this for me. So
it's
amazing. Yeah, I love her work. In fact, I'm just contemplating getting her to do the whole space all over again. But then they make fun of me on the show. Now every season, my house looks different. Either I'm moving or I'm changing. And yeah, that's me. I just, I take great pride in my home. It's my safe space, and I spend a lot of time at home. Whatever work I can do, I do at home. So it's a space that I enjoy, and I like to be. The colors, the feel, everything has to be very relaxing.
Which is the house.
Yeah.
It's extremely undertones, it's cream and it's beautiful.
And if I don't like something, I will pick up myself. On a day, you might even come in and see me doing jhadu katka, because I will not leave it to anybody.
Of course.
Yeah.
I understand that. We came in the house and she was literally fixing things. She's like, I'm not happy. So I saw that. But Seema, I want to say, you shifted back to Bandra. That was a whole conversation, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to first talk about the memes that came. Take that in the right spirit. But how are you feeling now?
I feel like I'm back to Pavilion. This is my home. And I tried it for the first time I moved. To a rented space. It wasn't my own. And I really put a lot of love and effort. And can I tell you, at the time that I did it, it served the purpose, because I did get that, I needed that change, that it was completely peace and quiet. And I did a lot of introspecting, and I did have a rough year. So I was really honestly making decisions also, big decisions, and I just needed that time and that shift of energy for me. I don't know what it was, but my kids are here, and even though they were coming back and forth, like I said, the mother's always going to go out of her way for her children. The children don't want to, I don't want to inconvenience them anymore. And it just took my son to tell me once that, Mama, please come back. And I was literally gone for 1 year. And next day I packed up and I moved back.
Yeah. I understand that, because I think the most real conversation in the show was between you and Nirvan, where he says that I'm okay, I want you to be happy, but I think Johan needs you. And I felt like this is just so pure.
Yeah, because he was, he's too little, and his bus stop is right here. His father lives across the road, so he's running up and down between two homes in the day, and it was making him happy. Not that he actually enjoyed that space. He didn't want me to come back. But eventually I realized that this is where my kids were born and they've grown up, and I didn't realize how sentimental they were about this space, and it kind of made me feel my heart kind of swelled. So I was like, let's go home and go back to what it was.
Beautiful. And I see you today, and I feel it's amazing to see that you're really settled in, happy, and you're doing what you're doing. About that a lot more now. But let's see the other parts of the house.
Please come.
And of course, we have this very interesting area.
Yeah, this is just the center. That's my buffet hutch, so I need a lot of storage. And I like my storage to be all concealed, so this is just concealed. And this is, of course, where all the action happens.
This is where the action happens. Seema, can you make a mean cocktail?
Mean cocktail.
A good one, a good poison for someone.
Honestly, I've never tried it, but of course I can make poison for anyone. But cocktails, honestly, no, I've never made a cocktail.
No?
I'm a pretty straight shooter, no.
No, it's fine, but I'm sure you can. Food, what about it? How would you rate? Do you think, are you...
Like what? The food that comes here?
Making.
Oh, making, I can cook.
Good? You're good? You made yourself?
Yes.
How much would you rate yourself?
My kids, my son loves my butter chicken. He loves my spaghetti. He loves my older one also. They love my cooking. So, it takes a lot for me to go in the kitchen. I have phases. I love it, and then I'll do it for like a whole few days, and then a week, and then after that I'm like just done, and then I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to invite ourselves, force ourselves into and ask Seema, when you cook, let us know. But, we're like you said, most interesting area. Love the entire elements here. Let's talk about it. This looks like some from your travels as well. Am I right?
These are. Actually, this is like, I carried this back from Australia like 20 years ago. It was nearly 20 years ago, and I hand carried it. And everything that goes inside it also, I bought like 20 years ago, because my sister used to live in Australia.
Okay.
And they have some amazing home stores there, and I should just collect and bring. So yeah, this was that. This I bought in Bali 2-3 years ago. Again, I hand carried it. It's hand blown glass, and I loved it. And when you light a candle at night, it reflects all the colors.
Lovely.
Again, I hand carried it. And this, again, from one of my travels, I think I bought this in Dubai. But everything, even the ashtrays and, you know, it's just I like the detailing. This is from, it's an artist called Tanuj Birla. He's from Delhi. He does these sculptures. So, yeah, it was so me.
But this is,
It's so me.
And this is so cute. It's like adorable.
And then, of course, the books I have collected over years. You know, I've collected these like little over years. So these are my collection of books. I always like a corner to look cozy with books and candles and, you know, just like a homely feeling. This a dear friend of mine gifted me for one of my birthdays years ago.
Oh, so cute.
Natasha Nanda, she gifted me this. And these are, of course, tequila bottles, Class Azul. I actually love this tequila, but I love the bottle even more.
I hope they've been used often.
Yeah, very
Good.
often.
Good. I'm going to ask you some fun questions now, okay?
Sure.
You'll have to tell me, I'm going to name friends of yours from the industry and you'll have to tell me what they'll be doing in a party that you're hosting, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Bhavna Pandey.
Drinking?
And just chilling. Observing?
Yeah, drinking and chilling. Yeah.
Okay. Mahip.
100% at the bar, behind the bar.
And saying something like a twat?
Yeah.
Calling it
twat. That's what she would be saying. Yeah.
Okay, Gauri.
Gauri would be, she'd want silence. Like the music can't be too loud, the lights can't be too dim. She needs to see everybody. She'd be sitting on a comfortable couch in a cold room. It's very important. The temperature is very important to her. Like she can't be uncomfortable and having a conversation and chatting.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Cold is very important though, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
She needs to be comfortable. And I don't blame her, honestly, to enjoy herself.
Shah Rukh.
Honestly, Shah Rukh is just the perfect host. Yeah, he'd probably be looking after everyone.
Absolutely. Nirvan.
If Nirvan arrives.
Yeah, if he comes
If Nirvan arrives.
By chance, he's arrived to your party. What does he do?
Mama, can you get me this? Mama, can you get me that? Mama, where is this? Mama, where is that? He lives, Mama, I said, this is your home. But now it's in, how can I say? Whatever. Let's not say anything. He might kill me.
Neelam.
Neelam would be where the food is. What's for khana and what are we eating?
Seema herself.
Me.
What would you be doing?
If it was in my house, I'd be constantly looking.
Panicking.
Looking at, there's a spot here, let me clean it. Okay, this one doesn't have this. I'd be in and out of the kitchen, in and out of here and there. Like, okay, that's not looking correct. That candle is gone off, let me light it. I'm hyper.
Karan.
Karan again needs to be comfortable. He'd probably be sipping his drink, sitting on a corner. He wouldn't do a bar. That's not him. He'd probably, again, we'd be sitting on the couch and having a conversation and he'd be talking and we'd be laughing because he's just too entertaining.
Yes.
There's never a dull moment with him.
What about if Sohana also comes in?
Suhana and the girls would probably be at the bar.
At the bar, all of them?
100%. Yeah. And dancing. They would probably get the party going. They'd be probably dancing, not so much drinking as dancing. They just learn to have a good time, they're kids.
Thank you. I was wondering, why is no one dancing? I was going to ask you, who's the one dancing?
Yeah, all of us, I think it ends up being a dancing night. Those are the most fun nights, you know, and you just end up dancing and having a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So much more conversations about the show, about her life and about this house. I am now going to the area that I absolutely loved and I told Seema, this is amazing. Because what happens, when you're in Mumbai, you do not have spaces and balconies and areas that you can just see some greenery from. Yes, you're right. We're going to the very green area of the house. Let's go.
Come. So this is like an extension of my living room and it's an outdoor. But you know, in Bombay, it's very rare to have an outdoor.
Absolutely.
It's very difficult and for me, I think, you know, I can't live, I need to have a little bit of an outdoor because I am a very outdoor person. I can't sit in the AC 24/7. I can't do that. And you know, it's just, it's like peace haven here. And
I love what you've done.
you know, this is a garden, but I blocked it because when my kids were younger, they would just go play in the garden and bring all the mud into the house. I said, isko band kar do, jana hai to bahar se ja.
This is lovely. I also see what you've done with it. You've kept like a nice seating area, which we are going to show you out there. We're going to walk towards that side. But here,
Rani, you've not even, my plants are now, the rains are just over. I have to repot my plants and put them. But anyway.
I see some massive pots, so I know that you love keeping
I love
like this
greenery.
bigger.
I love plants. I don't know whether it's a sign of aging or what. Please tell me it's not, but I love plants and greenery. I'm constantly appreciating landscaping and plants, and I still need to develop those green fingers. I'm not yet there.
You have a party, like it's an area where somebody else wants to go out and have a little conversation.
Yeah.
Away from the music.
Totally, yeah. They
है
are,
ना?
everybody
Also
comes
a romantic
outdoors.
dinner. I mean, like you light it up and it's like a nice vibe.
ठीक है, और when Pali Hill, you can hear all the rickshaws and the
That's
garis
true.
and everything.
Seema broke my
Yeah.
bubble. Mumbai mein romance.
You have to find your moments of romance, I'm guessing, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this is how you do it. Like I said, beautiful. Hi, my baby.
Hi,
ये
okay,
देखो,
now you go down.
तुम देख रहे हो हमारे साथ हमारे
They don't leave me, they follow me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Nothing is more loyal than your dog. In life, generally, there's
Yeah.
nothing more loyal than a dog.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
agree.
And nothing that
Lovely
loves you
mirrors
more than a
here.
dog.
A little check for you to do.
Yes.
Pretty.
Yeah. This is a mirror outside for all the girls to do check.
Of course.
My whole house is full of mirrors.
That's
I
true.
love mirrors.
Yeah.
I just feel they amplify and add depth to a home.
Yeah.
And also, truth be told, I do Vastu. I do believe in it.
Ah,
so
you do. I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So this is Vastu approved.
I do Vastu. So according to my Vastu, wherever the mirror is required, why put one? I put the whole wall.
Oh, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know what is also interesting is sometimes people, a lot of actors and some celebrities as well, they like to keep a lot of pictures about themselves.
Yes.
But what I see is there's only one wall that everybody has of their family, little bit, that's it. Not extremely self-obsessed. I don't see that here.
No, honestly, I do love having pictures all over. Initially, I had them all over, but like I said, sometimes pictures, I follow Vastu. So sometimes you can't keep pictures in certain places or whatever. So I decided,
it's
ek
like that.
saath mein, I put them on
But they're
one.
very less. It's not like you have a massive painting of yourself doing
no,
like
no. But I have my own. I mean, in fact, my guy told me my Vastu, the guy I go to for Vastu, he told me कि है सीमा जी आप है ना अपनी एक बड़ी सी फोटो यहाँ लगाने हैं सिर्फ पागल है क्या सिर्फ खुद की फोटो इतनी बड़ी आई एम नॉट डेड एक तो that हार चढ़ाने आ जाएंगे कोई I said not a chance no
There are people who do it, a lot of actors do
Yeah,
it, but that's
I know,
okay. But I like it. I like
maybe
that
if it
it's...
was a family portrait, I'd do it.
Yeah.
If it was a family portrait and
Yeah.
aesthetically done,
Correct.
I'd do it.
Very the Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum type.
Yeah,
ka.
then I'd do it.
But Seema, this is lovely. Again, another corner that you've created.
Yes, so this
very
actually
cozy.
so I usually have like, because it's outdoor in Bombay, there's a lot of dust. So in the day I clean it, I take out everything.
Yeah.
But I usually have a table and a little,
Sure.
seating, chairs and whatever. So, people can go in and out. So, it's just a nicer flow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it kind of breaks the area and this gives a feeling of a little bit more openness because at the end of the day, I am living, it's a flat and on a ground floor, so it can be a little bit boxed in.
Yeah.
So it just creates that in and out feeling.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we are now going to go inside.
Yes, please come.
In this beautiful living room area.
Excuse me, but my new coffee table hasn't arrived. But
Okay.
you can sit
But
here.
still very pretty. Now I'm comfortably seated in this very cozy and a very nice living room of Seema. And like I said, and like she said,
my two
they are
babies.
obsessed with Seema. Wally is obsessed, as
The
you
only
can see.
two who are really obsessed with me.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that are obsessed
Yeah,
with
I
you.
know, but these are my babies. Like, you know what I mean? Unconditional love. When they say, until you don't have a dog, you don't know it.
That's true.
It's just something people say. Yeah.
You know what I see is again the very cute pictures.
Yeah.
I love how most of your pictures are very candid. Such a
They actually, a lot of them are candid. Only this was a shoot we did for season 2.
Yeah.
And this was a shoot I think I did for something. Other than that, they're all candid pictures. Yeah. Oh, this was my son who did some pictures. I think is one of them. Somebody did
This
pictures.
is also
of
very
him.
cute of, of the three of
So
you
actually,
here.
the wall is still to be filled. But as it goes along, I will keep filling it. Oi, no. Yeah. So as I keep going along, I'll do it. So keep
Of
filling
course.
it. Yeah.
I love this picture of you and Johan.
Yeah, that's a selfie.
I love
He's
it.
my favorite selfie buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're very good at selfies.
Yes, I am. I am actually very good at selfie.
I feel like enough people didn't talk about how emotionally open it was for you and Mahip to come together and talk about what in the friendship, what went wrong. We've all been there, but
Yeah.
you had to do it in front of the camera. It must have been even more heartbreaking. Tell me a little on that. I feel like it was a beautiful, fragile moment, and we've all been through friendships that we are trying to make it work.
Let me start by saying that we're okay now.
Yeah.
And I think you only have issues with people you love. I'm
So-
not about to have such serious issues with my neighbor.
Agree.
Correct?
Agree.
So it's because I think that there's so much love there that there was so much hurt. Because hurt only stems out of love. And it happens in any relationship. It happens with your kids, with your parents, with your husband, with your family. It's normal.
Yeah.
But I think this show kind of forces you to address what's going on currently in your life. So it's reality TV at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you know, Maheep and I have come across in 2 seasons with such a strong bond that if we didn't address it, it would have been fake, because that's not real.
True.
I mean, you know, the heart of the show is female friendships. And I've always maintained that all of us have actually, we are friends today because we've bonded over the mountains we've climbed together, not over parties.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not about the good times, it's always about the bad times. And you hit a rough patch with all of us, you hit a rough patch. It's in how you navigate through that rough patch and come out. And obviously, we women are constantly evolving.
So true.
I feel women evolve faster than men, and they're kind of, you know, we're evolving. A lot of shit happened in her life and my life at the same time. So when you're stuck in that situation of, like situations that were out of our control, extraordinary tragedies, tragic situations, we lost touch. It was a communication problem. So I think the show kind of forces you to address it, and in a way it's very cathartic. And I think, you know, if sometimes in life you would just pass it would just pass you by and you'd shove those problems under the carpet. So I'm grateful for the fact that the show, people took interest and care enough about us, like even Karan. He cares enough about us to intervene and try and sort it out. And that's what friends do for friends. You know, so I think that we're past that now. And we're in a good place.
I feel like best friends are true soulmates.
True.
Friends.
I really do think soulmates are not the person, you know, people
Who's
always
romantic.
often think, they associate a soulmate with a romantic partner. It really isn't. A soulmate is actually, it could be anybody. It's your person, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I love it. You know, like I was telling you sometime back, right? Again, you and Nirvan having that conversation also was very important. You know, also great the way you had that conversation with Nirvan about, is he okay? Because I feel like mothers especially have a lot of guilt choosing their happiness over the rest of the world. I don't know, you all should not do that, but you all do. Can I talk about that? It's beautiful.
So let me start by saying that Nirvan is my soulmate, actually.
So beautiful.
And you know, when two people get separated or whatever, the collateral damage is always the children. They didn't ask for this. At the same time, people perceive them and make them feel like victims, like, you know, you're of a tragedy. But the truth is that you'd rather, you want your child to grow up. I want my boys to grow up being able to experience and know what love is.
So true.
You know, I want them to feel love. I want them to love and feel that deep love for someone and understand that how beautiful that can be. I want them to be fulfilled and happy human beings. And I think the only way, if you subject your children to a traumatic marriage or traumatic time or like, you know, like constant tug of war, that's not what you're teaching them. You know, that's not what they're seeing. What are they growing up looking at? Fighting? So, you know, you cannot, I also believe that you cannot make someone, even your children, happy if you are not happy. If I'm going to be in a bad mood and I'm going to be irritable all the time, that irritation, I'm going to take it out on my kids. So if I'm going to be in a peaceful space and happy, then I can make them happy.
So true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like in homes, of course, you try. Listen, nobody gets married to want to end it. You want it forever, happily ever after.
Of course.
People grow. They grow into different human beings. And, you know, it's not a bad word. Like everyone says, divorce is a bad word.
It's a stigma that is
It's
very
a stigma.
sad.
It's not a bad word. You had a beautiful life together. You had two beautiful children. I always tell Nirvana, I said, you boys are born out of love. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Shit happens in life, but here we are. This is the hand we've been dealt. But we're still a family, and you know, there's still a lot of love here. You boys will always be loved, and you're
course.
always going to be. I mean, for me, I think Nirvan knew it even to remind my little one that you're always going to be my number one, my numero uno.
How sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I love that. And Seema, I must say, I think it is absolutely inspiring what you did for yourself, because for celebrity it's even more difficult. We know, it was a very big family, right? That you had to
Yeah.
also take decisions, so much of media attention. But I like the fact that both of you sorted out, now are co-parenting and had come at a place, because the attention is so much more. But I feel you've come out of that stronger and happier. Please tell me if I'm right, because
You're
that's how I
right.
look at it.
I just think everyone, you know, I get asked this question very often, do you regret anything? And I don't, because I think that, you know, everything that's happened to me in my life has shaped me into the woman I am today. Like, it takes a lot to rattle me. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger is so true. Because today, if I you know, I'm sitting here and having this conversation, if you asked me 5 years ago, no, I would not be able to. But, you know, so I don't regret anything, and I feel stronger for everything that I've been through. I feel wiser. I have more wisdom and experience to impart to my children as well, to help them navigate through their difficulties. I think I have a little bit more insight into so many things. And yeah, at the end of the day, my priority are my kids. Yeah.
And I think
That's my responsibility. I brought them into this world. We brought them into this world. So it's our responsibility to make sure that they're healthy, happy, content human beings.
yeah, that is why I think the co-parenting works just fine, because that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's the fact that you wanted to keep your vulnerability and everything in the show as well. I know that a certain part of you also wanted to kind of reach out to those women who might be struggling with things.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That.
So, you know, when we did the first season, I really didn't know what to expect. Like, after the first season, it was like, theek hai, kar liya, we've done this show, we've had a great time. I didn't think of it whether it'll do well, not do well. I said, it'll come and go, maybe nobody will even see it, but I've had this experience.
Yeah.
I'm very open to new experiences.
Yeah.
What I did not expect was the love that I got after it. And, you know, if there's one thing that gives me true satisfaction and actually makes me feel I'm overwhelmed at times and I'm grateful, and sometimes I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I feel like, kiya kya hai maine? What have I done? This is just me. But to connect with even that one woman out there, and if she can feel a little bit of solace and a little bit of, you know, relief, knowing that you're not alone, somebody else has also gone through this, is enough for me.
Like, there are so many expectations from women to look a certain way, to be a certain way, and they're constantly shamed, whether you're body shamed in a certain way, or, you know, oh my god, the person looked age shamed,
You're
too
shamed
old.
for your age, your body, either you're too thin or you're too fat, or moti ho gayi hai, ya budi lag rahi hai, ya auntie lag rahi hai, ya hot lag rahi hai. It's never ending.
Yeah, and then they pointed out the fact that, because you were very open about the fact that we should do what we want, you know, whether we want to use Botox, whether you want to use fillers, you don't want to do it, it's your choice.
Yeah, of
but
course.
let's not shame women. This, I feel like a lot of people said that, you know, she's among the very few women. Actually, the problem is not getting it done. The problem is saying that, oh, we are all natural. Nobody is.
You know, especially for the young girls and everyone out there, please don't be fooled by Instagram. Please, you know what I mean? Instagram is not a benchmark for you to look in a certain way. You have to like what you see in the mirror. Honestly speaking, I make no bones about the fact that I use external help, or I go, Harshna is my guru.
Yeah.
And, you know, from time to time, if I need a little Botox, or I need a little filler, or I need, you know, whatever treatments I do, it's hard work. You can't look like this naturally.
And you work out.
And you work out, and you can
Eat right.
When they say that, you know, your body is a combination of your lifestyle, your diet, and your workout. It's the same applies for your face and your skin. It's a combination of actually what you eat. It's a combination of different treatments you do and what skin products you use. So at the end of the day, looking in a certain way, it's not God-given gift. It's very, very hard. I also have my off days. I also fall off the wagon. Like I recently, I had gone to Maldives and I posted this video, and I think I took a video on the last day, and somebody written in the comments, "इसमें थोड़ी मोटी दिख रही है." So I was like, yes, dude, I had a really good time for 4 days. I ate my heart out, and I'm a little bloated. And you know, at my age, I mean, I'm 48 years old, and you know, we're hormonal. Women are hormonal. You can look really pichkawa thin one day, and you can look fully bloated the next day. It's also plays games with your mind.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing, please do not go by everything you see on Instagram, is my earnest, request to the girls out there, especially the young girls, because they put so much pressure on themselves.
100%. But you've gotten a lot of love for that, and I think, and I appreciate that as well. But I know that because of all this love, there are a lot of interesting things happening in your life. I know that you're also taking acting lessons. I know that you're planning to sort of maybe pursue other avenues of entertainment.
Yeah.
And I know people are giving you interesting offers. Like I said, this season was crazy, which opens doors to many things that we haven't seen Seema Sajdeh do. So I want to know about that.
So, you know, I never thought I'd be facing a camera in my life. I mean, I started at 42. So it's really, honestly, it's weird because I've been married in a film family for so many years, and you know, it was never my interest. But after 2 seasons, you know, it just suddenly fell in my lap, and I was casted for a film, and I did a acting workshop, and I honestly, that whole space was a blur for me because I was like, am I really doing this? Am I really doing this? It was like, I didn't know whether I could not believe what was happening because I was like, this is not me. And then, you know, because I was made to do the acting workshop, I found it really cathartic and therapeutic, and I felt that and I'm always up for a challenge. I was like, okay, you know, I didn't know I can do this. And then I had another offer, and I shot a few days. I don't want to talk about that till it's all done.
Of
and
course.
Then I do get once in a way, and you know, it's not something that I'm chasing. Like I've never really chased anything in my life, but it's not something I'm close to because it's something that I just feel like I want to do it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
You know, at this age, I just want to do it all. I want to try everything in life. If you see all the women out there, they're all getting married. Earlier, you know, when I was younger, I used to hear, just listen and say, oh God, if you get married, it was like the end of your career for a woman. But that's not true anymore. Like everybody is just, times have changed, and also with OTT coming in, you know, it's not about gory chitti running around trees and, you know, that is your definition of an actor. Now there's so much scope for different kinds of roles and work and characters. And, you know, I did not know this before because I never tried it, but acting in a way can be very therapeutic.
All the single women, which includes me, were extremely happy when Seema used to make those comments over the seasons in the shows where you used to say stuff like, "Ab mujhe kya hai? Mujhe kya pata? I'm single. You guys are only doing it." We used to love it, but we're happy you found love. I'm not saying that, but we missed that. We used to be like, Seema, relatable. But now we can't. But you know, I'm happy for you. It's always nice to have someone in your life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's nice to have a partner. It's nice to have a companion and a friend and someone that you can just be yourself with, and somebody who gets you. And you can just like I have always said, be 100% yourself 100% of the time. I think it's I'm grateful. It's a blessing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I love how Karan teased you and said you gave a Bollywood soft lunch to figure out the style. It was very nice in the show with the back shots and everything.
I'm a little guarded about my personal life. It's not something that I kind of, you know, I truly do Vasu. I'm also very superstitious, so I'm a little.
But I get it.
Yeah. You know, even if it's on my Instagram, if you've noticed, I post my kids, but it's not. I don't overtly post any of them. It's just that I'm a little guarded about them, and you know, I just feel like this is my work. This is about me.
No, absolutely.
Even if I'm sounding like a selfish bee, it's my work. It's about me. Yeah.
No, it's fine. We are, of course, I was having too much fun, Seema, chatting with you. You're absolutely amazing. We are coming to the last segment. Just some fun questions, and we end with that. Are you ready?
Yes.
Seema, your favorite corner of the house?
That would have to be upstairs in my balcony, but
Okay.
I can't show it to you. Next time.
Next time.
Yes.
Next time for sure.
But that's
Okay.
my favorite corner.
Okay. Are you possessive about which side of the bed you're sleeping?
Yes, I only sleep on the left side of my bed.
Is there a logic?
No, it's just that I've always slept there and I'm a creature of habit.
So nobody else gets to sleep.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are 3 things beside your bedside table that you always keep?
My inhaler, I'm asthmatic. I never, ever go anywhere without my inhaler. My house keys, of course, and a chapstick.
Okay. 3 things that you don't leave your house without.
Always some money.
Okay.
I get paranoid, like if I'm ever somewhere stuck. Some money. My bottle of water.
Okay.
I cannot survive without my bottle of water. And the third thing would be, I guess, my chapstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a skincare ritual step that you never miss?
Moisturizing. Never, ever, ever. The more as you age, the thing is that it's the lack of moisture and the dehydration that shows lines and
Correct.
lines on your face. I'm very, very big on moisturizing. So moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. It will take you a long way. Start in your 20s, you will thank me in your 40s.
3 styling tips. It can be a do's and don'ts when you are styling yourself for a casual day out.
Casual day out. Not too much, minimalistic. So if you're doing a neck piece, don't do the earrings. If you're doing the earrings, I mean smaller studs. You can't wear this, and this. I mean like bracelets and stuff. No, I'm more minimalistic in the day. And I think a smart thing for the day, which you can never ever go wrong, is a white t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Never go wrong. It's classic. It reminds me of Tom Cruise and it's just fab.
I love that. So true. Okay. Seema's forever crush.
My forever crush, Brad Pitt. Forever and ever till I die.
Should we stick to Bollywood?
Bollywood, there's so many in Bollywood. But I have to say Ranveer Singh. I mean, Mahip is going to kill me.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay. There's a big fight for him. Okay.
I love it. Okay, Seema, everybody, I'll give you an example of what I'm going to ask. When I'm leaving my house, my mother asked me to sit first, do like a little bit of this and then walk out, saying take a deep breath and don't leave in hurry. What is the ritual that you do before you leave your house, right before you do?
Okay, this is for real. When I'm leaving my house and I come down the stairs, you know, your house staff and everyone always asks you for something only when you're about to leave. दीदी मुझे ये दे देना, दीदी मुझे पैसों की ज़रूरत है, दीदी मेरे को ये लाना है, दीदी आपको ये चाहिए, ये मैं लेके आऊँ. I always tell them, I said, I'm done. मैं नीचे आ रही हूँ, मुझे कुछ पूछो मत, मांगो मत. I have this thing in my head since I was a kid that when you're leaving the house, if someone tokos you, my grandmother used to say, someone tokos you, your work doesn't get done. So it stuck in my head since I was a little girl because she used to call me back into the house and put sugar in my mouth.
Oh.
And I ever since I was like this high, I think my grandmom, who's no longer with us, but she used to always do this, and it's been drilled into my head that, you know, when you're going for something new, you're starting something new, dahi aur shakkar kha ke jana. And if you're leaving the house and by mistake somebody calls you or tokos you from the back, then I come back and I'm like, chini do. Chini do. No matter how late I'm running, I'm like, chini do.
Yeah. So that's real.
Yeah, that's culture. I think it's just, it's a very Punjabi thing and I've grown up like that. So yeah.
Okay. The way to Seema's heart is
Through her stomach.
What's the most romantic thing, Seema, you have done for someone or someone has done for you?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I am a very, I'm a stickler for cleanliness and I have OCD issues. I'm getting better. It's a form of control, right?
Yeah.
So, I always have these Dettol wipes in my bag or in my car, and you know, you get those chota packets which are never available. You always get the mota bada wala, and that makes it heavy, you know.
For the bags and stuff, it's easier to keep
that,
it.
And I always have something to eat in my bag, and my favorite are, you know, those purane zamane ka Jim Jam biscuits.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Oh,
And you
really?
get them, actually you get them in a pack of 3 or 4 biscuits. Itni se it is.
Yeah.
And you can keep in your bag. So I remember once my partner sent me a whole box, 2 cartons arrived. I said, wow, cartons have arrived. 1 carton had patla Dettol wipes ka packets.
Yeah.
And 1 carton had a box of those biscuits because he knows that when you leave the house, that's what goes in your bag.
So cute.
And you know, honestly, it was at that point that I realized that, you know what, we're in relationships, people like, you know, you get so excited, of course.
Yeah.
You're welcome to give me a bag and jewelry always, but it was not about the jewelry or the bags. It was about when I received those 2 boxes of, you know, biscuits and
Wipes.
Dettol wipes, the patla wala chota packets. It's the thought that someone actually is paying attention to you and cares about you and is paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Is paying attention to your habits and what you need and what you're, you know, anal about.
Yeah.
And that to me is a very, very grand gesture, big grand gesture of love.
100% I agree, because
Yeah.
it also shows that he's observing you.
Very observant.
He's observant, and also he's listening.
That's one. That I think that is so important. Like
Such a green flag.
It's always the small. Men think it's always the big thing that makes women happy. Actually, it's the small things, and I would trade in anything big for the small gestures any day.
Okay. The last 2 questions are: the first thing you do when you enter your house after you've come from a very hectic shoot, what's the first thing that you have to do? Play.
No, I pick them up.
Aw.
I sit down, I throw my bag, I sit down, they come on my godi. Then one by one I have to, because they fight with each other. So one by one I have to calm each one down. I put my bag, I take off all my jewelry, I take off my clothes. When I'm at home, I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
I cannot sit at home and lounge in jeans. I have to get into my shorts and my t-shirt.
Yeah.
And put my hair in a bun. That's the first thing I do, and go and lie in my happy place, which is by my bed, my side of the bed. When next time when you come, I'll show you. There's a big sign that says my happy place.
So cute.
With my dogs by my side. They jump up and they're with me, and that is the first thing I do. Wash my hands and do that. Play with them, wash my hands, and then that's what I do.
I love that. Okay, the last one is very simple.
I don't even go either udhar. If there was someone lurking or having a party in this side of the house, I would not know, because I'd first go there.
It's too cute. Okay, the last one is very simple. In this house, sometimes inanimate objects can also have sentimental value.
Yes.
What is one such object in that house that has sentimental value for you and will always remain with you?
So, you know, there is a little bird bath there.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up and bring it?
Sure, absolutely.
So keep sticking. So this is a Lalik bird bath. That
beautiful.
it's been in my parents' home since I was a kid.
Okay.
My father was very fond of collecting Lalik pieces, and my mother was fond of those crystal, usko kya bolte hain? What is that famous crystal ka name? Whatever, I forget the name. She was, so, you know, when I moved and I left my home, I'm talking about more than 25 years ago.
Sure.
It's one sentimental thing that's been with me, this bird bath. And, you know, today people consider it like, okay, it doesn't go with the house decor. Jo bhi hai, wherever I go, this bird bath is there in my house.
So cute.
It's from this must be at least more than 40 years old.
And look at the way you
I know,
maintained
and you know what? The birds keep coming off, and you can see I keep sticking them back on. Now, yet again, they've come off. But it's from my mother's house. I am very sentimental. I still have like bindis that my mother wore on her wedding day, and she had a dibbi, and in the same box. My mother's been married 49 years.
Yeah.
And 49, 50, I think they'll be celebrating their 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
She has her dibbi, I have the same box. And the same makeup pouch she used when she just got married, I've taken it from her. I use the same pouch every time I travel.
It's just
I'm
cute.
very sentimental about certain things that, you know,
beautiful.
like, in fact, this time when we traveled, Bhavna asked me, and she says, these bindis and all you collect. I said, listen, those bindis, like, they're those Meenaka enamel bindis.
Correct.
And all. So you don't get them anymore. And I said, these are from my mother's wedding time. And
So beautiful.
the box also is the identical box. And the bag, it's lost its color, and it had these glitter ticklies on it, but it's still very good shape. And I still use it for my makeup, and anywhere I go, it is those 2 things have to be with me. Those bindis, so I've kept.
This is too
They're like
cute.
pride, they're my possessions, like that is my treasure.
I love that. I understand, because there are things in our lives that just immediately make us feel better, even if it's that small
I
thing.
think it's just,
and
you know, sentiment, like certain things, I am that person, I don't need multiples of anything, but if that's that one thing that I've taken or I've been given, it's not, you know, I still have like the first things, even the first piece of jewelry my dad bought me, he bought me this bracelet, and I remember once when I had just gotten married, the thin tennis bracelet, and I lost it, it broke. I had gone to a party and it broke, and I was just married, and I think 6 months later the person who hosted the party, it was like an outdoor farm, was chatting. I met him somewhere and said that, so weird, my waiter found this bracelet and it was in 2 pieces. And 2 different waiters came and gave it to me and it was mine.
Oh God.
And it was the first piece of jewelry my dad actually bought and gave me. Usually our mothers do this, my dad made it and gave it to me, and I still have it in my drawer.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a good way to end
Yeah.
because homes are always a place that create memories and have sentimental values. But thank you so much, Seema.
Thank you.
For first, of course, inviting us to your beautiful house, and then, of course, sharing a part of your life with me and knowing you even a little bit more better. Thank you once again. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Lots of love. And we should tell them bye.
Bye.